We have some very, very important news, as we shared earlier. Michelle's going to share that with you very shortly, and we're going to go live on Instagram. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. We have some very, very awesome news, and we have a whole group of people joining us, all of our volunteers, which we'll include over here. We'll be including them here. You'll see all of our volunteers are here. But we have some incredible news to share. We're going to hand it over to Michelle. Michelle, go ahead. Tell them what's going on.
So I'm thrilled to announce that Dr. Shiva is now officially on the ballot. Woo!
So we have people all over. You guys, everyone's on here. Everyone can see her. We have a ton of volunteers here all over the country, plus here locally.
And it is because of all of our volunteers and all of you out there that we are on the ballot. You are the movement. It is because of you and you're collecting signatures, writing in to do mailers to get nomination papers. We got ours the good old-fashioned way. We didn't use any electronic signatures. We didn't pay anybody to collect signatures. And we have over 15,000 signatures. Collected. So we are well beyond the requirements, and we have our 5,000 to start in today. Over 5,000 to start on into the State House today. But honestly, it's because of you, your donations. They all helped us to do mailers so we could mail out nomination papers. And your energy and your feedback and your emails and the volunteers that we have are amazing. They all energize us to keep on working. We're building a movement, and it's showed by how quickly we got on the ballot, the good old-fashioned way. So it's because of you that we're doing this. You're proving and showing us that it's important and of value to you. Please continue to support the campaign. And I'll hand it over to Shiva now.
Well, actually, I want so before I hand it over, I want to get some. We have all of our. Just to let you know, we have a bunch of volunteers here. They're a loud group, families, people who've been stuck at home because of this nonsense, this fear-mongering nonsense I've been talking about. Richard, why don't you tell us what happened? So what we got to do is we had to collect. By the way, as Michelle said, we collected our signatures the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
We didn't use COVID to make excuses. That is what the opposition does. They don't really have any interest in really doing things the good old-fashioned American way, which is you go down and regardless of what happens, you still do it. These guys, all three lawyers, one of them paid to collect signatures, right? The other guys he couldn't have enough because he has no support. Bottom line, none of them have any support. Everyone, if you look out on here, those of you out on YouTube and Instagram, you can see the enormous amount of people that have come out. And this was just within, what, 5 minutes?
Please mute yourself.
5 minutes of putting out our notice, okay? And we have thousands of volunteers all over the country, tens of thousands of people now who've donated to this campaign.
That's
Richard,
right.
why don't you tell us what happened
Thank
when you went out and how the collection process goes? Go ahead.
Well, we went to the Secretary of State's office today to drop off our sheets, and my math was a little off, so I thought we were going to be shy today. And
Please mute yourself.
I was asking if, how many people come into the building because of all this craziness. Only 2 people could go up into the building because we were going to videotape this at the Secretary of State's office. And the guy said, I hate to bust your bubble, but she was on the ballot.
Yeah, just to give you an idea, that to get on the ballot, we have to collect these signatures, and there's people like Catherine, Jeremy Tobin, who else is here? Michelle, Jonathan. I mean, everyone on here went out. Marie Riley. And by the way, we want to, before we end today, we want to take a moment of silence for Marie's husband who just passed away in the midst of this. But Karina, I mean, everyone, we got to acknowledge everyone, which we'll do. But the bottom line is that we did it on the ground. And then we had to collect the signatures, and then we have to go give it to the town halls. And in the midst of this crisis, we did it. We didn't whine. We didn't go try to do electronic. We're not collecting one signature through the electronic means. Everyone knows that's subject to fraud. It's totally subject to fraud. Now you can sign something online and submit it. We're not doing any of that. We're doing it the good old-fashioned American way, as Richard said. But we got exactly 5,158 because they lowered the count for the whiners, okay? But for us, we have over 15,000 signatures. Will blow away their numbers. And unlike Joe Kennedy, who paid for people to do it, We actually collected it the good old-fashioned way, like Michelle said. We didn't pay anyone, and we still have more people coming, and we're probably going to blow away those numbers. So I think what I wanted to take is this time to really to extend on what Michelle said, is that if you look at what's happening with our, I don't know how many are on here, Jen, followers-wise, but we have close to probably about 3,000 people online right now concurrently listening. We've blown away all of our numbers, social media. I mean, we've gone global and national. We have, I think, close to 1 million followers now. 1 million followers. 1 million followers. Over 4 weeks ago, I think we collectively maybe had about 200,000, right? Maybe 150,000. So we've gone up by 1,000 times. 1,000% is how much we've grown because our message is hitting. And that message is, number one, that we want truth, we want freedom, we want health. Someone's holding up their t-shirt, truth, freedom, and health. And that message, we have people going to protests across this country holding up our message for truth, freedom, and health. As Michelle said, this is your movement. I just happen to be a very, very small, humble catalyst. What we ignited here is a recognition that people are tired of a small set of people telling everyone else what to do. People are tired of freedom being constrained by the Googles and the Facebooks who rip down our posts. Mark Zuckerberg, who thinks that vitamin D and vitamin C are not nutrient, and him and his wife think that they can take them down. We have to take them down. That's what this movement's about. We need freedom, because from freedom is how we get to truth, and from truth is how we get our health back, and from health is how we get strong to get more freedom, and from freedom we get truth, and from truth we get health, and from health we get freedom, and so on. That is the cycle of life. Their cycle of death is power, profit, and control. And all of these three other lawyers who I'm running against, we not only need to win, but we need to destroy them with such a momentous win in Massachusetts, because Massachusetts is fundamentally the center of the deep state. That's what Massachusetts is. And I can tell you the longitude and the latitude. It's between MIT and Harvard. Someone should find it. I think I mapped it out one day. There is a longitude and the latitude of the deep state. It's not Washington, D.C., it's Massachusetts. And all of us in Massachusetts here, and all of you around Massachusetts who have supported our campaign, we're going to surround this little deep stateville from everywhere. And we're going to destroy them, and we're going to win this campaign. Because by winning, we're going to send a shock, not only in Massachusetts, but across this country and throughout the globe, that people have had enough about a small set of people telling you and I what to do. What we're witnessing right now, it's an amazing opportunity, because we're witnessing right now is a fear-mongering hoax that's taken place based on fake science, based on fear. And the entire purpose of this is fascism. That's what it is. It's mandated medicine, as I put out on my tweet about 4 weeks ago. It's the perfect tweet. If there's any one tweet I did that was a perfect tweet, and what it said was, as an MIT Ph.D. in biological engineering who studied the immune system all my life, that this fear-mongering hoax will go down in history as one of the biggest hoaxes to destroy economies, to push mandated medicine, and to suppress dissent. That was my analysis. It came out of, wherever, right? But it was beautifully put into those 144 characters that Twitter does, and went viral. And then we started doing videos, they went viral. And then we started getting calls from all sorts of quote-unquote celebrities from the world, sports people. We started getting movements from everyday people we energize. Because people are tired, people are smart. Working people like us who work with our hands, not lawyers and lobbyists, are tired of this bullshit. They're tired of it. And that's why we must win in Massachusetts. We have no choice but to win. And the way we're going to win is just like we did this, okay? The good old-fashioned American way. Hard freaking work. Hard work, not cheating. Lawyers and the Massachusetts GOP and the Democratic establishment cheat. That's all they do. When we were getting ready to file a lawsuit, they stopped ours and had this guy Cock, that's his name, Cock for Senate, try to push us forward. Okay, that's his name, that's his website. Okay, it's quite hilarious. I'm not cursing here. And then you have Ed Markey, who can barely get enough signatures, and then you have this other idiot, Joe Kennedy, who's a vaccine mandator, who his little big brother uncle Bobby Kennedy supports, who claims he's against vaccines, right? That's the kind of people they have. They say one yardstick for them and another yardstick for us, right? They're hypocrites. Oh, I'm against Gates, but I won't say anything against Hillary Clinton. And that's the not so obvious establishment. That's the not so obvious establishment. So what this campaign is going to be about, it's going to be very clear. There's no gray areas. It's truth versus lies, ill health, disease versus health, truth versus lies, and it's going to be against freedom versus censorship. That's how we're going to win. We're going to go back to fundamentals, and what's really cool is our message is hitting. Everyone loves our message: truth, freedom, and health. Truth, freedom, and health. And that's what we're going to win. So I can't thank everyone out there. I can't tell you the thousands of donations we've got in. Thousands. Yeah. We get thousands of donations now without even asking, because we're giving something to people here and now. We're not telling people, give me money, give me money. No, we actually give people stuff as a part of our campaign. The ends cannot justify the means. The means must justify the ends. So we're talking about truth, freedom, and health. We're teaching people how the body is a system. We're giving people the digital rights program, which is we want the Postal Service to do their job. We want citizen science, and we want, health rights. Mm-hmm. We, in fact, got a call from the White House, believe it or not. They want our program for making research great again. And we're going to be sharing it with them for everyone listening, okay? It's going to get to them. We have people close to the president starting to share our information, all right? We have Rush Limbaugh covering us. We have major news. The only people who don't want to cover us are the mainstream media, right? Fox News, CNN, all of them steal our stuff, actually. Yeah. And then they follow on. Fire Fauci, we started that campaign. And then you have fakers who support Robbie Kennedy and Clinton who try to take it. What we call people in Hollywood who want to basically, kiss ass to celebrities. That's not what this campaign's about. This is about bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up, truth, freedom, and health. Truth, freedom, and health. We don't need the Kennedys. We don't need the celebrities. We like you, but we don't need you. In fact, step aside. You've had your shot. Let people bottoms up take over and win it for America. And win it for the world, for that matter. That's what this campaign's about. So let's go and win, win, win. We're about winning. We're not about losing. We're not about whining. We're going to win. Because by winning is how we get freedom, truth, and health. We're not just going to attack Gates. We'll do that. We're not just going to attack Hillary Clinton, but we have a solution. Health rights, digital rights, and citizen rights. Citizen science. We have to break up the scientific establishment. What I want to do is we have more people are coming on online, more people are coming on Periscope. It's quite incredible. More people are coming on YouTube. So anyway, to all of you joining right now, we just want to share, we are on the ballot for U.S. Senate. We collected over 15,000 signatures, and we're still collecting. The whiners, the opposition, the three lawyers, fought to lower the signature count because, they can't take the heat. They don't know how to work hard anymore. Coronavirus, That's what they needed. They needed that excuse. All right? But we don't care. Put anything against us, we'll win. That's a good old-fashioned American way. What I want to do is I'm going to call a couple of people, and we're going to go live over here, and we're going to see. I want to start with Jeremy. Jeremy Tobin, I think we owe still Jeremy a bunch of stuff, but Jeremy, I think, collected the most amount of signatures. Where's Jeremy here? Let me bring up Jeremy here. So we're going to go over to our remote camera here. We're going to transition here. These are our volunteers over here. Where's Jeremy here? Where did Jeremiah go? I think he's disappeared over here. Can we find Jeremy?
There he is, waving right there.
Hey, Jeremy, Jeremy, I'm going to unmute you. Jeremy, can you see us? Let me go to speaker view.
There I am.
Go ahead, Jeremy, tell us what you did. What was your secret in collecting? Here's Jeremy. Jeremy collected the most number of signatures. This guy uses Jedi mind techniques. Go ahead, Jeremy, tell us what you did.
I just engage people as humans, that's all. I don't treat people like they're less than I am or more than I am. We're all equal. We're all in this together, so that's how it is.
Woo! All right. I'm going to turn, if I turn everyone on, can you guys make sure that we're cool to Jeremy? So if you just, we would like some cheers, but if you can go ahead, Jeremy, say that again.
I just engage people as equals. We're all in this together, and the purpose of this campaign is to win for the people. So I just tell them like it is. We're here for truth, freedom, and health, and we're trying to beat the guys that are trying to hold us down. So I'm just glad I could be part of the campaign, and congratulations for getting on the ballot.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's
Thank you.
because of you that we're on the ballot.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All of Let's go over to. That's awesome. Let's go. Who else do we have here? Let's go over to. Oh, there's Richard DeLuca.
Hey, Richard.
Richard DeLuca. Let me bring Richard up. Let me unmute Richard. Let me mute Jeremy here. Richard, why don't you tell everyone, you're the veteran. How old are you, Richard? Richard, tell us, you're alive. You're streaming out to the world. Richard, go ahead.
There's Richard DeLuca.
Richard, can you hear us?
He's delayed.
Richard, why don't you tell us what you did with signatures?
Richard, why don't you tell everyone you're the veteran? How old are you, Richard?
What's that? I'm 76.
All right.
Hey, Richard.
Richard, we told everyone you were 77. Sorry about that. But Richard DeLuca is an electrician, former electrician, retired, but Richard was out there every day.
Yeah.
Every day Richard was collecting. Every day. And the GOP establishment, the Republican governor, would call out the cops to try to stop Richard. Richard stood firm, and I think Richard collected close to 1,000 signatures or something. Quite incredible.
And then
Thanks
he
a
would
lot.
go back out the next day and collect every day. So dedicated. We're so grateful for you, Richard.
Let's go over to, who else? Oh, Catherine.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with Catherine. Catherine, where are you? Where's Catherine?
Catherine's phone?
Is Catherine Ignani here?
Stood firm, and I think Richard collected close to 1,000 signatures.
If people can keep their voice low so you're not the feedback doesn't come through, we'd appreciate it. Let's see, where's Catherine here? Oh, there's Catherine. Catherine, are you there?
Yep, hi. Yes, hi. Congratulations.
Yeah, go ahead, Catherine. We have you live. Why don't you share what your experience was in collecting? Go ahead, Catherine.
Oh, it was,
Yeah, she's
it was
great.
a great experience. It was a great experience collecting. I got to meet so many people, and everyone wants the same thing: the truth, freedom, and health. And,
Yeah, a little bit louder, Catherine. Can you speak a little bit louder?
oh, I just said I had a great time. I had a great time collecting, and it was a great part of it. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Catherine. Woo! You did a great job. You've been so helpful.
Yeah, just to give you a heads up, Catherine, and to everyone listening, the team that we have here that you're listening to here, these are people who are real Americans who went out on the road and collected. Catherine and her husband. Catherine not only collected signatures, she helped Michelle distribute stuff, drive all over the state, training other people. So we have an amazing volunteer base. So you GOP establishment, you Democratic people, you have no idea what's coming. You have no idea what's coming when you lose, and then you're going to be crying all 6 months. You thought Trump was your problem. Wait till I get in there. Okay? Who else do we got? What's that? Yeah, it's going to be SHIVA derangement syndrome. That's going to be. Who else do we got here? Who wants to say some stuff here? Raise your hand if you do. We have Jen.
Yeah,
Jennifer. Jennifer was manning the back room operations with social media. Let's unmute Jen. First of all, I'm gonna do this. I have to mute everyone. If I can do this right. Oops, speaker view. Oops, I can't do that. 1 second. Where's Jen? Go ahead, Jen.
So I'm one of the moms for SHIVA, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be part of this. I hate politics, and I was so excited when I heard Dr. SHIVA speak for the first time 6 months ago, and knew that he was an answer to my prayer. So I am 100% committed to this. I've been working around the clock, and I'm so excited to bring more moms, especially on board, who don't like politics either and really want to change the world.
That's awesome, Jen. Woo!
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jen.
Just to give you an idea what Jennifer's been doing. Jennifer, was completely apolitical. In fact, her husband was very political, right?
Yeah.
And so Andrew, her husband, was quite amazed that Jen got very political. And Jen was basically planning, as she said, was heading out to Vermont. But our campaign energized her, and Jen was been enormous. Jen's basically heading up all of communications for us. She is, I think, 10 times our Instagram followers from, I think, 17,000. We're approaching 200,000. Me and Jen have a race going on because she's catching up to me. I'm at, I think, 240,000 followers, and you're, what, 205 on Instagram?
218.
Yeah, so it's 218. So we got to watch it here. I got to figure out something to do.
You have to up your game.
Yeah, I have to up my game big time. And then on YouTube, we're approaching 200,000 followers. Our goal is to have 4 million followers. That's what our goal is. And so, by the way, we're very transparent to all our competitors. They can't do anything because we're so transparent. They can hide and stuff, but we put everything out there, right? There's nothing to hide here in this campaign. And that's part of how we do it. And
we're very frugal with our donations. Even one story, and since Maria is here, if we can put her up.
Yeah.
One story is we had Shiva for Senate hats last time, and they're pretty expensive, but that was all money. It was paid for by donations, right? So we wanted to repurpose them. So Marie did most of the work. I did a few hats. We took rippers and took out the embroidery that said independent and took that out and took out the 19, and now it's just a navy blue hat that says Shiva for U.S. Senate 20. And it was a way for us to, show our gratitude to all the people that donate, that we value your money that you have donated to us. We want to make sure it goes as far as it can. But that was a lot of work, Marie, huh?
Yes.
Where's Marie? Okay.
It absolutely was.
I think she did it.
My hands were like this.
Yeah, let me bring Marie here. Where's Marie?
There she is.
So first of all, before I want to take a moment of silence to everyone out there. Marie Riley is an incredible woman.
Yep.
Marie is a nurse. I mean, she's worked. She's not a lawyer, lobbyist. In fact, all of the people who are on this campaign are working people.
Yep.
They're working people. We don't have political consultants. All of us support each other and we learn as we go. Mm-hmm. Michelle works, he works, I work. All of us work here for a living. So this is not a political campaign where we get some little kid off the street and then give him something and then he gets to be a politico. That's what they do, We are actually building, this is a working people's campaign. Mm-hmm. So Marie, I just want to take a few moments of silence. If someone wants to say a prayer, maybe. Michelle, you could say a prayer. Marie's husband just passed away. But Michelle, maybe you can say a few words and we can take a moment of silence.
Sure. Dear Lord, please share your strength and love and compassion with our beloved friend Marie in her time of need. And may she know the love that we all have for her and know the love you have for her. And may Tom rest in peace knowing that he is beside God and with God and in a better place. Dear Lord Jesus, we ask that you comfort and support Marie and her family and her community and all of those around her that are suffering from this loss, and let them know in their hearts that Tom is with you, that he is loved and beside you. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Amen. I appreciate that. When Tom knew that I was loved by Shiva and Michelle, and that was kind of awesome. That it showed that much. That he's, wow, they really like you, don't they?
We do. I tell you all the time.
I know you do. And it was actually fun doing those hats. I enjoyed that. I sew a lot, and I unsew a lot. Because I have a mistake. I'm really very good at unsewing, so I loved doing that. And I was happy to. Of course, every time I came to the office, you had another 4 dozen hats.
You have one of those hats here?
I do. I'll get one from up in the closet. Yeah.
But Marie, thank you so much. And you have to understand
I'm thrilled to be able to do it. I really am. And second time around, I'm thrilled to be able to do it a second time.
Yeah, you were with us last campaign.
It's
great.
One of the things to Michelle, Marie, thank you so much. One of the things I wanted to share with everyone is that when people donate to our campaign and they support us, to Michelle's point, this is not a campaign where we have open bars, right? Where we're spending everyone's money. Last campaign, just to give you by way of example, we raised about $150,000 and we got 100,000 votes. But 30,000 of that went to a lawyer who screwed us, by the way. That's what most of them do, trying to get on the debate stage. And he turned out that he was actually an anti-Trumper. He tells me on the date of the court hearing, okay? The lawyer that we hired. And same with the 2 lawyers we hired recently, okay? But the point is that we basically spent 70 cents for a vote. Elizabeth Warren spent $20 to $30, and our Republican competitor about $5. So that's what happens. American ingenuity is you take a dollar and you stretch it because you treat it as sacred. It's not your money, it's others' money. And these guys don't do that. They will never do that because they don't earn anything. They don't know what it means to actually work hard for a living. So when people give us $1, it's 10x that or 20x that. That's what we do. Because everyone here is working people. We just talked to a veteran yesterday, and the veteran told us something fascinating. He said that, do you know that I got only paid $18,000 with 4 kids? And he goes, I had to live in barracks with cockroaches falling. He goes, we don't support our veterans. That's what's going on in this country. And that's who we're fighting for. We're fighting for American people who are being screwed over. And they're being screwed over by big institutions, big academia, big hospitals, big science, big vaccine. You go down the list. That's who they're being screwed by. And that's why we have to fight to be the light. You can't just be the light. You have to fight for it.
That's right.
This is not some new age woo-woo, thing. You meditate and no, it's not how it works. God helps those many ways who help themselves. So we have to fight for ourselves. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to fight ferociously, and we're going to take down this establishment who doesn't give a damn about any of us. And so we have to start taking care of our own health. We have to demand that we have clean air, clean water, clean food. That's what this is about. I have a Zoom coming up shortly, so I'll be going up live, but I just want to let everyone know that I can't tell you what this is for me a dream come true as a kid who grew up with India, with walking in the villages with barefooted with no water, no running water, no electricity, and then growing up as a kid in working class New Jersey. That to me it's like a great honor to be of this service to everyone, and that's what this is ultimately about. It's about service, and that's all it's about. So if anyone wants to say any messages, please let me know. Karina, do you have anything to say? Jonathan Allen, anyone else? Venu, do you have something to say? Bobby G. So here's actually Venu. Actually, I want to end with this. Venu, hold on. Venu is a. Let me put speaker. Dr. Venu is actually a medical doctor. Let me just introduce Venu. He's a medical doctor in Texas. On our last campaign, he came down here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Texans who support us.
That's right. Thank you, Texas.
And then he and I did a picture with me and him, and we say, I want to thank Bobby G, and everyone thought he was Bobby Jindal. But we let it go. Venu, do you have any words to say?
Yeah, I'm so happy for you, Shiva, and I just want to acknowledge the 2 people behind you, Michelle and Richard. These guys are complete rock stars. I was there 2 years ago, day in, day out, night in, night out. I mean, Richard's driving the bus. He's crawling up that hill at like 30 miles an hour.
We were just talking about that yesterday.
We got it ramped up so it goes faster now.
So I mean, they're hidden behind the scenes often, but they do so much for this campaign. I just want to acknowledge you too.
Thank you. It's
Yes.
a lot of fun. We like you. I mean, I just like everybody so much, so it's a lot of fun.
Anyway, I have to do this podcast. Is there anyone I've missed? Anyone remind me if I've missed anyone that we should. Who else do we have here? We have okay. Let me just say Andreas is here. Genevieve. Let me bring up Genevieve. Genevieve is running Space Force for us. We have our own Space Force, which is intergalactic. It's from out of this world. It's everywhere. And Genevieve is out there. Genevieve, you want to say a few words? Yeah. Genevieve, you're on.
I just want to thank you, Dr. Shiva, and Michelle and everyone for just continuing to inspire us to help each other, because it's what you've always said, it's a team effort, and we do this together. So I want to thank all the volunteers, everyone on board, everyone who continued to make calls day after day on weekends. Thank you.
Yeah, and the most important thing is we've only begun. Let me,
That's right.
Is there anyone else? Anyone else want to say any words? Raise your hand if you do. Otherwise, Jen, we have our other people, right?
You muted yourself, Dr. Shiva.
Oh, did I? Sorry about that. Do we have anyone else who wants to say anything? All right, well, anyway, oh, you do, okay. Oh, Debbie, Peppy. Debbie, you're not smoking, are you? Truth, freedom, and health, and we had a person smoking there, so we got to work on that.
She was exercising her freedom.
Yeah, she was exercising her freedom.
I'm so happy. Congratulations.
Well, it's congratulations to everyone.
Yeah,
Remember,
it's our win.
It's our win.
Yeah.
Everything we do is our win.
That's right.
It's our win. It's our win. We're all one team coming together. It's our win. All right, Richard's having a good time. All right, if there's nothing more to say, I want to thank everyone on. Oh, who was it? So, by the way, let me show the people on. I'm going to show the people on Instagram what's going on here. So, people on Instagram, say hello to the people on. There you go. There's our people on Zoom. Everyone say hello to the people on Instagram because they can't see you. Yep. There we go. And thank you, everyone on Instagram. Thank you, everyone on Facebook. Thank you to all of our supporters everywhere, wherever you are. Thank you for your incredible support. And we go into phase 2 now, which is to go win the Republican nomination and then onward to winning the entire U.S. Senate seat. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Be well. Be the light. Bye-bye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations.
Getting started, right?
We're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
Thank you to all of our supporters everywhere, wherever you are. Thank you for your incredible support. And we go into phase 2.
Goodbye, everyone on YouTube. Oh, I got to stop.